do me a favor. Grab a glass of water. So this is actually really big. So you can either grab something big like this, or even if you have a mug. So you're a coffee or tea drinker, a little grateful mug. What I want you to do is I just want you to hold it. Just hold it in one hand and put your arm out like this, right? So right out in front of you. And I want you to hold that mug, preferably full of water. When you first start to hold this mug, it doesn't feel that heavy, right? It's fine. You can hold it, you can handle it. But the longer that you hold on to this, the more pain you're going to feel. The harder it gets, you start feeling it, right? So I start feeling it in my elbow, I start feeling it in my shoulder, and I'm like, but it's really not that, just a mug. There's not even anything in this mug. I finished my tea. But you're holding onto this mug, and the more you do it, the more places in your body that you feel pain. You may feel pain down your back. You may feel pain down your side. But the point is, the longer you hold on to this, the more pain you feel. It's the same with holding on to our emotions, holding on to resentment, to regret, to anxiety. The longer we hold on to these feelings and these thoughts, the more pain we actually feel, literally in our bodies, but also in our minds and in our hearts. So ask yourself, what have you put into your proverbial cup, and what are you holding on to for too long? Because guaranteed, and I am the queen of holding stuff for too long, working through processing different pieces of myself, thoughts that I've held on to for too long, emotions like anger and resentment and bitterness and sadness and loneliness that I've held on to for too long. These emotions are incredibly important to us, but for a short period of time. Especially something like anger. One of the things I learned about anger, because I've held it in for such a very long time, anger for me in the past was dangerous. It got me in trouble. I was punished. There were consequences. And so I took that anger, put it in a ball, and stuck it right over my heart. It's not healthy for that to be there. So it takes a while for me to figure out all these little things that have caused me this feeling of anger and stuff that I've held on to start letting it subside. Anger should be something that in a moment, when you need it, stand up for yourself, defend others. It pops up, you get this wash of adrenaline, it saves you, and then on you go. These are the ways that emotions can be healthy for us, but few of us do that. Few of us allow these big emotions, first, even to be named, second, to be processed. So ask yourself, what's in your mug? What are you holding on to? And how much pain are you willing to deal with before you finally say, you know what? I'm going to put this down now. I don't need it anymore. And you can start not letting things go, because it's not a release that needs to happen. It's a processing. It's a naming process. Give it an actual name. I talk to people all the time about this bad boy. It's called an emotion wheel. If you don't have the words for emotions, give it words, because then your brain can actually process it. Your feeling brain and your thinking brain get together and have a party, and it starts working through, where do those emotions come from? Are those the presenting emotions? Are there any beneath there that need to kind of be acknowledged and then processed? This is not a blaming game. This is not to go back and get mad at everybody for what happened. Not scientific, not helpful. Name it, acknowledge it, be aware of it, and ask yourself, do you want to hold on to that anymore? Or do you want to replace it with something like joy and freedom and limitlessness? Those kinds of things need room in your heart in order for them to be able to make a home there. So put down the proverbial thoughts, feelings that are holding you back and causing you pain, and replace them with something way more magical.